Hi Scorpio, and welcome to your June 2021 tarot reading. Today I'm going to be reading your tarot using the Everyday Witch tarot. And yeah, we're just going to jump right into it. Okay, so this is an overview of what I got for you. I got the King of Swords, the Four of Pentacles, Eight of Swords, and the King of Cups, and Judgment, and the Chariot. And let me take you through this. Okay, so the King of Swords and the Four of Pentacles together are telling me that you feel like this Four of Pentacles. You feel like guarded, like something bad's gonna happen, and you want to be prepared for it. And it feels like that's the logical mindset. Like logically, it makes sense for you to feel this way, although I don't know why. I think it might just be your perspective that, yeah, definitely, it feels logical for me to be guarded against this. I don't know what it is. I'm going to find out, though, if they'll tell me. And then over here, Eight of Swords, trapped by a mindset. And King of Cups is the master of emotions. So, Eight of Swords, I think maybe like an emotional situation has you trapped mentally. But the thing about the Eight of Swords is she could actually escape from this if she was willing to actually look at her situation. And I feel like just you're really afraid of something. I mean, obviously, the Four of Pentacles says the same thing. I think that you're afraid to really take a look at the situation because you feel like it's a lot worse than it actually is. Again, I'm going to clarify in a minute, so we'll see what comes out for it. And the King of Cups, I think, is kind of suggesting that suggesting the need to master your emotions and the need to regain your emotional stability. I know that you don't need me to lecture you about that. You know, if you feel this way, you know that you already want to gain this emotional stability. It feels a lot better than this Eight of Swords. And then over here with the Judgment and the Chariot, it is a suggestion to not allow your past to control your future. So Judgment talks about like dealing with the past and forgiving yourself, the mistakes you made in the past, and letting go of hurts from the past. And then this Chariot is a card about choosing your future, choosing what direction to go in the future. And it says that as long as you hold on to this past hurt, that is guiding you in the future. Like you're letting it have control of your future by holding on to it now. Okay, so I'm going to get some clarifiers and I'll be back in a second. Okay, so I pulled your clarifying cards and I'm just going to walk you through what we've got here. So this King of Swords and Four of Pentacles situation was clarified by Seven of Cups and Knight of Swords. And I feel like maybe you are distracting yourself, or your mind is really distracted right now, or there's just a confusing number of choices available to you, and so you're not really sure what to think. But down here, I feel like this Knight of Swords is the stance that you're taking to protect yourself. Like, he's kind of aggressive. You can see he's kind of being aggressive. Knight of Swords it can be a pretty aggressive card. And, the other thing I got was maybe like you the way that you're distracting yourself up here with the Seven of Cups is by drinking or something. I don't know. That might apply to a couple of you. It makes it kind of seem like the cause of this attitude down here was actually the Seven of Cups somehow. And I'm confused about why that would be. But for some reason, like, having a bunch of choices has caused you to, like, lose faith in something. Like, lose faith that you're going to be okay. So, yeah, let me know if that makes sense to you. Having a multitude of choices somehow causes you to feel unsafe. Okay, so let's go over here. The Eight of Swords and the King of Cups situation was clarified by the Empress and Two of Swords. The Empress talks about abundance, and it can be a card of pregnancy. So I don't know if you're, like, maybe pregnant with a child that you don't want. And maybe, like, you're like, really, it feels like an entrapment situation, a trapping situation. Like this baby will trap you or something. Maybe that could be a couple of you, I don't know. Or it can also be talking about maybe you felt like you should be further along by now, and you're really, really, like, you're really mulling that over. You're really in your head about it, and it's making you feel really bad, and it's making you feel trapped. And I just don't feel like it's I just don't feel like it's true that you can't. I don't feel like it's helpful to put yourself down. And I don't feel like it's necessarily true that, like, you should be further along. Because I did that to myself for a really long time too, and I finally have started to come out of that and correct that kind of thinking. Because, you are where you are, and, whether you feel like you're meant to be here or not, this is where you have to start from, and, so I have to start from where I'm at, and you have to start from where you're at and just move forward. But we're going to get your actual advice cards at the end, and we'll see what the advice from Spirit is instead of my preachiness, I guess. King of Cups, this Two of Swords, well, it represents you're mulling over a decision that you already know the answer to, and I think you need to just sort of let your feelings be your guide on this choice. Yeah, I don't think there's much else to that one. There's just a decision, and you already know what the answer is. You know what needs to be done. And you just need to let your feelings, ask your feelings. Like, what do you feel about it? What do you feel like doing in this situation? And then go with that. So, and then over here with Judgment and the Chariot. Yeah, I was talking about your past. I just feel like maybe there was a situation where you betrayed people in the past, and, like, you feel really bad about it. I think you really need to forgive yourself, because I don't think that you're in the same place. I think that's what it's saying, is just Judgment. You don't have to look back and say that what you did was okay, but I think you need to forgive yourself and move forward. I was listening to Les Brown today, and he said something about, he was talking about like feeling guilty about your past actions, and he said that if it's something that you wouldn't do today, you're convicting an innocent man. So I just feel like if you've grown from this and you wouldn't do it again, then it would be in your best interest to forgive yourself. Find a way to forgive yourself. And if you were hurt by somebody in the past, yeah, I guess it's suggesting to forgive them. Forgive them. I mean, not for their sake, but just for your sake. Because it seems like there's a lot of trapped and defensive feelings over here. But, and also because, you know, if you, like, have that in your head, like, if you have these people that hurt you in your head, then you're, like, letting that control your future. Because, I mean, when you think about it, you create your reality from where you are now, from your now. You create your future from your now. And so if your now is focusing on, like, kind of this crappy energy, you're creating, like, a crappy future. You're creating crappiness in your future. And then this Chariot. Let's see. King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles says that it wants you to choose a happy. It wants you to choose to create a happy life. That's kind of vague, but it's just saying that it wants you to focus on this King of Pentacles, and to be honest, I'm a little confused about why this King of Pentacles is here. Not because I think that you shouldn't focus on him. It just seems like a strange alternative to thinking about this Five of Swords. Like, he's not immediately the alternative I would think of, but for some reason they're saying that like, you need to focus on this King of Pentacles, like earthy, down to earth, finances, business. Man, you know what? I think I might actually go ahead and grab another. I'm gonna get another clarifier for this one because I just don't really understand. Okay, so I got several clarifiers, and I'm just getting the vibe that this is just a much deeper situation than I can possibly know about. And it looks like, well, I'll just walk you through what I'm getting. So first came the Three of Pentacles, and I was thinking, oh, they need to go back to school or something, or learn something. And then I thought, like, I wonder if you are, like, in a position where you have to work with these people up here that are on the Five of Swords. Like, either you betrayed them or they betrayed you, and like you have to work with them for some reason. I don't know. You can tell me if that's true or not. But then I got the Death card, and I was like, what the heck? And so, isn't that the Scorpio card? You can correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's the Scorpio card because it's about transformation. And I guess this is just really a process of you coming into your own. Just becoming who you who you were meant to be, who you want to be. Over here, it looks like, it kind of makes it look like, you know, this King of Pentacles and this Three of Pentacles are on one side. And then you've got this Nine of Swords and Seven of Wands over here, indicating depression and arguing with people. It looks like it's saying that you can either choose to go with this King of Swords, Three of Pentacles energy, where you're working together with others, you're learning, you're focusing on your abundance. You know, you might be starting a business, or you might be practicing your craft, whatever that is, and just really making something of yourself financially, attracting abundance and stuff. Or you could focus on this. You could be in your head. You could argue with people. And it looks like it's asking you to choose. You know, do you want to focus on abundance, or do you want to focus on just these sad thoughts? I'm sorry if all this is coming across as really harsh. You know, I'm not. I don't think I'm better than you or anything like that. So I hope that that's not how I come across. Because I've done this myself. I have, you know, I've gone through exactly this situation where I just was arguing with everyone and just sitting around depressed, you know, kind of feeling sorry for myself. And you know what? I still go through that. I still experience that. I still have to make that choice every day. And some days it's harder than others. But things in general are improving. And it gets better as you learn how to make the choice. And you just keep making it every day. Keep making the choice every day. And, okay, so I'm going to actually get some action cards for you so that you have clear action steps for what you should do. Alright. Okay, so here's all the action cards that I got for you, and we're going to go through them one by one. Over here we have Two of Swords. Whatever that decision is that you're kind of putting off, I think it's encouraging you to go ahead and make the decision. Because I think you're going to make the right decision. I think you know which one is the right one to make. And Queen of Cups, again, it's just asking you to follow your feelings and intuition about that decision. Because, you know what to do. And then Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is a card that can be about sneaking around. There's this other tarot reader, Menopon Tarot, and he reads it like it can also mean that you're like trying to protect yourself. Like, I think on one of his decks, it's like a guy sneaking away from an army with a bunch of swords. And it can mean like he's trying to take all their swords away so that they can't hurt him. But like you can see that there's still two swords there. I mean, he can't carry them all. And so it can also be like stop trying to guard yourself. You can't really. There's nothing that you can do that will really guarantee that you'll never be hurt again. And I think it just kind of goes with the Four of Swords, or Four of Pentacles thing that was in your spread a minute ago. So sort of like, stop trying to guard yourself. For one thing, I think you're going to be okay, but also, you can't really guarantee that nothing bad will ever happen to you again. I'm sorry, I wish you could. The Hanged Man, let's see, Hangman, is about taking a time out. It's just inviting you to take a time out and think about things. And, there might be some sort of wisdom that you need to receive. And, maybe through meditation or something like that. Alright. And then, Three of Cups invites you to spend time with friends and celebrate and just kind of get your mind off of things for a while. Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups, I think it might be encouraging you to distract yourself a little bit. And maybe daydream about the future. Like, I guess if you can think about the future and be in a good place about it, then maybe daydream about what you want to do in the future. And the Empress says that it kind of invites you to get into a abundance mindset and expect things to go well. So, yeah, basically changing your mindset. A lot of these are just really mindset shifts. And that's not always the most satisfying, but I guess it's just what you need. But the Tower, I think there's some kind of loss that you might need to accept. Something like integral to your identity has been lost to you. Or else it's telling you that there is some core piece of your identity that needs to go. And that's really the part that makes the Tower so scary, is that it messes with your ego. Like the ego is like who you identify as in this world. And it's really important to you that you keep it, like, that you understand what it is and that you understand how you fit into the world. And the Tower, like, screws up a big piece of that, and that's why the Tower is scary. But don't forget about the Tower, though, because it just means that a big change is happening. And I just really feel like this is an inner change more than an outer change. But you can tell me how it resonates in the comments below. And that's all I've got for you. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye, Scorpio.